It's a gold watch, intrepid compass, and a brisk depth meter. Now I think we can turn these into add a table and chair, and it's going to make a liar out of me, isn't it? Can we do it with the Tinker's Bench? Ah, there we are, the Goblin Tinker's Bench, evidently. We can make a G.P.S. Gold watch, depth meter, compass. Now, I got my compasses from Mimics, or I got at least one of them that way. I think I might have got them both that way. So Mimic's definitely worth killing. Let's put that there. Once again, I'm sure most of you know about this, but anyway, shows you from I don't know if that's, I assume that's spawn point. It might be central point. Doesn't really matter as long, you know, it's an arbitrary point, but we're west. We're 140 feet above, again, arbitrary point, and it's, oh, okay. It's what time of day it is. That one was just kind of weird. I never think of a specific time of day in games like this. Okay. So there you go. And I could see a lot of ways that's useful. Like if you're, especially if you're like me, I keep losing the halo. And what I was kind of thinking about doing, oh, first I wanted to show you, I don't know if these have been in a video yet or not. I felt bad about losing that werewolf rare drop. So on the full moon, I kind of found and created a place where I had a lot of werewolves. I don't know how necessary that is. I think I would have had werewolves anyway. But anyway, I got 2 of the charms, so. And I haven't read anything about them yet, so. Actually, I'm thinking about putting you 2 guys. Some of this is semi-organized, believe it or not.
What I did was all the crap that I collect like 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 of that's probably useful, but I don't feel like running around to every chest in the house. Not that one, but that one, and that one. And then I just do quick stack and it's gone, and once there's a significant amount of it or I need it or whatever, I can go ahead and put it where it really ought to be. And it's not anything like an exact science or anything. It's just I got tired of running around the house to put away bits and pieces of crap that might be useful to me. So there's my disco ball. I don't think the torches actually affect it. Well, I could probably just do B, right? Or right click. Yeah, I think it works better without the torches. So anyway, and no purpose, no reason, just for the halibut. Oh, I just got up. I'm a little bit stiff. You can probably tell. I was noticing that these things actually would have been better, like on iridescent brick wall. So, but I think that we're going to be using them. Well, probably not anytime soon, huh? So I should probably, since all this crap is here, I should probably harvest it. And it just didn't make much sense to me to keep extending that downstairs since I have to leave the house to go use that. So I hope this doesn't become a spawning point for clowns or anything weird like that, race. I would think with the back wall it shouldn't, but I don't know. Some things are a little bit tricky to find in Wiki. Ha ha! Did that hit or not? No, it didn't. I saw your mirror head, and I'm just guessing on the pronunciation there, Y-R-I-M-I-R. And I saw you had a really cool desert farm that looked like it was built up above. I just glanced at it when I was looking at other farms. So I was thinking about doing that. Not now. I need to look at it more and think about it. But that seemed like something that would work up here somewhere. But what else? Oh! What I'm getting ready to do is go to the land of crystal shards and pound out an open area and use pearlstone block and make shelves to run back and forth on. And I wouldn't necessarily call it a crystal shard farm. It's kind of a place to harvest them. I guess that's what a farm is. So anyway. But I will get back to you when I'm not doing this kind of stuff here. There's some other things I was thinking about, but all of them elude me now. I have to start making notes about what I want to get done. The wings and the Tao of Power were the last things I really knew much about. Adamantium armor was pretty obvious. And crystal shards is pretty obvious to upgrade to the greater healing potions because the hundreds are just a waste of time anymore. I dug out around some corruption around the house, and I'm doing all that stuff way too late. I guess it would have been wise to cut elevators and cutouts like fire breaks to prevent the spread of corruption and hallow, like before I fought that fight with the wall of flesh. But I don't know, you wind up where you're continuously doing stuff like that. Well, it's just, I guess, the game, so I don't know. But anyway, I probably should have done that more of that before, but I wouldn't have realized how to go about it or what I was doing or why, so. And I don't think any of it's going to work forever. It's just a matter of slowing some of it down. It's probably just me, but it seems like the corruption's a bigger pain in the ass than the hallowed. I don't know. I don't know which one is more useful. I would think that as long as you have both, you've got what you need. I don't know. I don't know if one eventually wins out over the other or not. So, and I was going to leave while I was doing these, wasn't I? Most of that farm stuff, as long as it's down there and produces enough stuff, I'm not going to really worry about it. But I was making it... Daybloom seemed an obvious thing to come upstairs, so I had more room for Moonglow. So... Hell, I already forgot what I was going to do. I'm sure it's something useful and wonderful, though. So I'll be back showing bits and pieces, hopefully the good bits of whatever the hell I'm doing, and we'll move on from there.
And, of course, we're here. Bill Bob Joy 1 is the one that suggested this. I hadn't even thought about farming crystals, and I'm just... Why I would dig and try to talk, I don't know. Is that nervous thing to want to keep doing stuff? Obviously, we cannot talk over the drill anymore. Where are my picks? And I just found out where my cobwebs are. It's a Bevi. Hi, Bevi. I missed you guys. I missed you guys. Those nasty armored bastards are no fun. So, what I want to do is make shelves. See, because this makes me crazy. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't work, because I always walk out here with like a crap ton of these things, but it's kind of a pain in the ass. Now, the shaft that starts on the way down here, all my shafts wind up really crooked. I hate it when that happens.
Yeah, guy, when I was in college very briefly, I couldn't, lack of money was, got on my nerves. That, and I had, was in one of those high schools where they, really pushed, college prep, and so I was so blessed sick of everything by the time I got to college, I couldn't stand it. It was like, and it was back when you couldn't test out of anything, so it was like, so I'm taking, elementary English and math, and you want me to learn Egyptian numerals so I can be a debate coach. Why don't you just kiss all my white ass? So anyway. Oh, the rest of that story had to do with crooked shafts. I was unfortunately next to some jocks. I have nothing against jocks, but these ones were really, really brutally stupid jocks. But one of them leaped over a guy that was down, and the guy rose up from the field, and his helmet impacted the leaper's groin in passing above him, and it split his shaft. I mean, split it. And so, now I never saw it. I was not interested, still not interested. But evidently he had some scar tissue he was real happy about, so I don't know. But anyway, the shaft, my crooked shaft here, starts at 1223 east, I guess where we're at now. Where's my G.P.S? Oh, and we have too much crap again. Okay, but we're at 1304, so we've shafted over about 70. Well, about 80 actually. And the crystals aren't above here, so I'm thinking 656 below, which is, I guess, well, it's where we are, obviously, derp. And what I want to do is knock out some shelves. I did bring bombs to do that with. Oh, I don't know how they'll work on Pearlstone. Pearlstone's pretty tough stuff. So, I should have brought, I don't know. What I need to do is, I hate to throw it, well, mud's alright. I think, I don't know if Hallowed eats mud, but Corruption, I guess, does. I guess a lot of stuff eats mud. As part of, I guess mud is very resistant. I'm trying to remember Wiki. It's very resistant, but eventually dries out and turns into crap. So, I always have, you know, I should be more definitive about this when I first start out. I always have like, well, I don't know, I might keep that. Did I keep that day bloom? Oh, okay, good. I was going to say. So I guess anywhere in here, although, well, no, at the very top is fine. Come on, Batty Bat, come play. Oh, what I was going to say is I should go down and kill the Wall of Flesh. That would probably be fun. When I did the Eye of Cthulhu and speeded up that film, I got some good response on the scream he makes speeded up. It was pretty damn creepy. If you haven't seen that, I recommend it, but I don't know that I don't know how I titled it. I should have titled it Cthulhu's Scream. You know, when you're an elder god, and I don't think he is an actual elder god. I can't remember how that whole mythos was set up. I think the elder gods were above them, but I'm not sure. But anyway, you don't have to scream very often. Or maybe you scream all the time. Maybe that's it. I don't know. I've never been a big gnarly interdimensional god. I always liked the ones that were kind of, well, I hate to say, well, yeah, because it was at the mountain. I don't know if those ones could fly through space or not. No, I think those were earthbound. At the Mountains of Madness, H.P. Lovecraft story. That's a marvelous story. If you have the patience, because it's all that's kind of an old-timey style now, but if you have the patience, I highly recommend the Mountains of Madness. It's kind of an old story anymore. But at the time, when you read anything from the pulps that were the pulps of the 20s, 30s, and 40s, you have to remember all that was totally original back then. Oh, get off me. What did I do? Oh. Oh, damn it. I have visions of dying to a chaotic elemental because I've got shine potions in my hand. Now, I don't know what happens if you, well, I guess I could find that out pretty damn easy, couldn't I? I'm such a, I don't know. Just speculating on what happens if you actually do drill out everything behind. Well, we should make the big hole first, shouldn't we? Get off me, critter. Huh. That's what happens when I try to talk when I should be doing stuff. So anyway, this is about the level we want. Or that I want. I see no reason to go deeper if I don't have to. And, we need a big empty space. Not unlike my head. Bombs always seem to go like 5 miles from where I want them to go. And I don't think there's enough here to matter, but what the hell. They seem to collect no matter what you do, so. Get off me, Casper, the friendly ghost of dubious sexuality. I hope putting torches doesn't screw this stuff. Ooh, big area, yeah. Good stuff here. So I shouldn't have wasted the bombs there. I should have saved them for here. Okay, we have how many crystals? Where are your crystals? We have 8 crystals. Is that poopy silt? Yes, it is. Now, if we drill all this out, it's still 8, right? What happens? We get 9, okay. I wasn't sure if it would destroy it doing that to it. Inquiring minds want to know. Because if it would, you should, you know, whip out the old hammer and do the switcheroo. But if it doesn't really matter. Hi, Wacket. My raccoons have been getting bolder and bolder. I don't know how many of the Terraria people know the Raccoon saga. Come on, Pie. I can pause. I'm in window, baby. Oh, shoot. I went to this size so I could do full screen so you could see the big picture. Damn it. Oh, well, you live. I'll live. Anyway, I might put this at the end and you can decide if you want to watch it or listen to it or not. Anyway, the raccoon...
Okay, here we run into a problem, and it's, I don't know if I should do a double row like I do with mushrooms, or do a single row. If you know what I mean. So, well, on this level, I'm kind of committed to the double, so, or the single rather. And the lighting, I just don't know about. I could get into Wiki because I'm in window, because I didn't mean to be. I meant to, like I said, I just woke up. That's one reason why there's so many hours so fast in this, is I can play it any time of the day. Um, I love Don't Starve, but you kind of need a plan. I mean, not all the time. Like, I could just go in and play Wilson all the time and with no plan at all. But there also wouldn't be much in the way of videos because I wouldn't have any projects or anything like that. I wouldn't be working up to anything. So even with him, I kind of have to... So anyway, we'll do a single row this time, and we'll do a double row the next one down. Now, I don't know if it's easier. I think it would be easier to work from the bottom to the top if you knew where the bottom was going to be, except for the monsters. And so far, this is kind of working out because working from the top down has given me an enclosed space. So... Now, I don't know that I want the ends enclosed. I probably want them to be loop around. In fact, we could, well, what'd I do? Did I seal that one or not? Yeah, I did. But it doesn't take but a heartbeat to change this, so it's not like a big problem.
Saga was, I had a raccoon coming in, and I have cats, and they have a cat door to the outside. They always have. It means I don't have to have litter boxes. I have two animal shelter cats, Pyewacket and Thomas. And so raccoons and possums know to follow them in. But I've managed to get file cabinets and stuff like that that only the cats will jump up on. And if I had a little bit bolder cats, my wife had a Siamese that could jump 6 feet straight up off the ground. And that would solve all problems because raccoons can't do that with their little stubby raccoon legs. But anyway, my cats are kind of wusses about jumping, and I think it's not seeing where they're going to land. So the raccoons can follow. Unfortunately, the possums haven't, which is fine. But I had a raccoon, so it was coming in the house. So I was going to turn it over to Missouri Conservation or something like that, live trap it and all that. And I thought, screw it. Life goes on. And I dealt with it over a period of time because I hate locking the cats up all night long. And eventually that raccoon showed up with two little cubs, and it's Google's ambivalent on what you call a baby raccoon. It says kid or cub. Or anyway, both are suggested. So anyway, if I had live trapped and sent that away to Missouri Conservation, they might not have taken it because it was a female at that time of the year, but it would have killed those two cubs. And I personally would feel bad about that. I'm not a... I got no problem with eating the cow that got butchered. No problem at all. But I personally would rather, exit this life having killed as few things as unnecessary things as I could get away with. Although nuisance rises to a certain level. Raccoons got into a friend of my mother's house who have actually a lot of money. Well, not a lot of money. They used to before the market crashed. But anyway, he was a pilot. But they got into their house over vacation in their attic and did like thousands of dollars worth of damage. Now, I could shoot that raccoon. So I couldn't, but I think, well, and even if I was them, I had the thousands of dollars. I don't know what I'd do. The damage is done. Screw it. But my raccoon showed up with two cubs, and I guess the daddy started coming with them. But anyway, there's another adult started showing up. And what I finally did somewhere along the road was I can buy a 30-pound bag of cheap dog food for about $7, and it lasts them for a couple of weeks. And I can pay $3.50 a week to feed the raccoons because I don't know how they do over here, but I'm kind of creating a problem for the environment because it won't support them. So, but I guess I'll deal with that in the fall. I'll probably wind up getting rid of some of them. But anyway, as long as their dog food is out there in the garage and it's up high enough, I don't get possums, and all I have is my 4 raccoons. They're pretty good about not coming in the house, and it's not like they can do $1,000 worth of damage in my living room. I mean, if they came in and they ate all the wiring, but I can't think of any reason why they would eat all the wiring on my computer or devour my computer. Come on, Pie. Daddy's talking, so you can play with him. So anyway, and if you don't know, cat food has more protein in it. It runs about, I think, 30%, but it's a long time since I looked up. And dog food runs about 20% protein. And cats actually need more protein because otherwise the companies wouldn't put it in there because they're cheap bastards. So the raccoons prefer cat food over dog food. However, they're willing to deal. And there's nights they don't even touch any of it. And I think it must be garbage night for somebody's really good garbage. I wish there were a bunch of restaurants. Well, no, I don't. I'm glad there aren't a bunch of restaurants where I live. There are, like, a quarter mile away. What? Pickle pie, pickle pie, pickle pie. Pie, whack it. They stink, don't they? And they put their food in water. It's bad raccoons. Bad raccoons. You're wide awake. There's no reason you don't know where brother is, do you? That's always the problem. That's always the problem.